What it do? What it do? It's your girl Lala, and you tuning in to the Jump Off with Lala.
It's the jump off right here. It's the jump off right here. It's the jump off right here. It's the jump off right here with Lala.
Hey, how are you guys this evening? Yes, I am great. Yes. Y'all already know what time it is. When we pop up on y'all screen, y'all know what time it is. Grab your drink of choice and let's take a toast together. Y'all, I found another glass. This is like those heavy ones, but it's like in a wine glass. So I had to get it. It was too cute. But we're drinking what one of our favorites, one of my very favorites, Spring Creek Sweet Red. It is one of my favorites. Y'all, this wine is really smooth. It tastes good. I can't express that enough to y'all. But yeah. Yep, I filled my cup up. That should last me the whole episode. But if I do a refill, so don't judge me. Shit. All right, here we go. Cheers. Because we got our glass out. Y'all, that is so good. I'm telling you, I be waiting I wait to pop the bottle, you know what I'm saying? So I be a little parched and thirsty, so yeah. But anywho, let's get on right into it. Today's episode has been sponsored by Spick and Span Commercial Cleaning. So we want to give them a shout out. Thank you for your support and all that you've done. Clock it. Clock that tea, y'all. All right. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We are in episode 2, season 2. Sorry, let me correct myself. Season 2, episode 18. The name of this episode is Reinventing Yourself After 40. We will be discussing ways and encouragements to reinvent yourself after 40. So, all right. Welcome to the Jump Off with Lala. I'm your host, Lala. And today we're talking about something that hits home for so many people. Reinventing yourself after 40. Society loves to tell us it's too late to chase new dreams. Yeah, right. But today we're proving that it's never too late to write your story. Let's jump off into it. Okay. Yes, I'm excited. All right. Turning 40 isn't the end of your story. It's often the beginning of your best chapter. By now, you've gained experience, survived setbacks, and learned lessons that people in their 20s are still trying to figure out. Okay? Yes. Yep, you heard it. Reinvention isn't about becoming someone else, okay? It's about becoming the version of yourself you've always wanted to be. So, it's not that you have to like I just said, change yourself. We just want to be a better version of ourselves. I try to be better every day, each day do better, get better, become better, just so I can be a better version of myself. At the end of the day, that's who I'm competing with. I don't compete with nobody. Your lane is your lane. My lane is my lane. But I compete with myself to be a better version of me, just so I can be great. I want to be great for me, my kids, my future, partner. And, I just, want to be great, for God, everyone want to be great. So, all right. So one of the things that I would suggest that you do with reinventing yourself, especially after 40, I'm in my 40s, y'all. Believe it or not. I know I don't look it, but I am. I'm in my 40s. Okay? Clock that. But one of the things is let go of who you used to be. Okay. Stop letting old labels define your future. Like who you were is who you were. You're in most situations, because this doesn't apply for everybody, like, the intentions is to grow, evolve, and all that. Some people want to stay, down there in that lane. That's you. But on an average, you want to be better. You want to be great. So you have to let go of your old self. The old la 3 years ago is not the la now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you have to just grow and realize what you want. It's hard when sometimes you're a little clouded. Our judgment is clouded. So that's when you really pray to, the God, the higher power you believe in, and you be intentional about what you pray for, and you pray for the clarity to get you to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I would suggest is writing down, your ideas. Sometimes we have all kind of things jotted up in our head, but writing down and reading it helps you see it in a clearer version. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to let go of your old self and old habits and old ways. What we get used to, our environment, our lifestyle, we get comfortable and we just rock with it. You have to let go. Like, you have to be willing to let go. It's not easy, okay? It's not. But when you want better, better, you do better. And that's just, facts. Can't say it no better than that. And then you have to realize after 40, your experience is really your advantage. What once felt like failures in our lives can become our greatest teaching tools. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good, I ain't gonna say like superpower, but it's just good to have. That just comes with wisdom, living it, experiencing it, knowing what not to do. By 40, god dang, you made enough mistakes. You should know by now. Look here, this ain't work. And if I keep going down this road, it ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna have to do something different. You're gonna have to do something different. But that's just if you're really trying to reinvent yourself. Granted, I'm in the stage where I'm actually in this process now, reinventing myself in a lot of ways. If you're new to the channel, I was married. Technically, I still am married. We are separated and we're going through a divorce. But so I have to reinvent myself as single Lala, and not married Lala. You know what I'm saying? So I have to really learn a lot of new techniques and things to do. When you're used to being in, a relationship or having a partner, you have that, partnership versus now it's me. So I'm definitely in the process of reinventing myself and just trying to grow and keep growing, because that's the goal at the end of the day. Don't be afraid to start over. New careers, businesses, relationships, and dreams can begin at any age. You don't have to be a certain age, for new things to happen, to make these new changes. Honestly, I love connecting with people because I'm a people's person. I'm an Aries, clock it. Yep, I am her. So I love people. I love connecting with people. I love talking to people. I love networking. I love just, being out there to explore life. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a bigger world than just in that box. And whenever you put on your cape, and become fearless, you'll be surprised with yourself. I know we are our biggest critics, okay? We criticize ourselves the hardest, but in reality, we have to give ourselves grace. We got to give ourselves grace, because at the end of the day, we're so on to ourselves to try to be this and don't think that we're that. And somebody's looking at you like, yeah, you doing your thing. You up there. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we really got to give ourselves grace. And I'm saying that for me too. Like I said, I am in this stage right now. That's why I want to talk about that on this episode, because like I said, y'all, I'm giving y'all my authentic self at the end of the day. You know, I'm a fun spirit, you know. I try to keep it real. I try to just, you know, be on my shit and handle my business, like, at the end of the day. But yeah, I wear many hats, you know, and I don't mind because I enjoy, you know, just about every hat I wear. You know, that's why I chose to do what I did or do. You know, I'm got myself mixed up in a little bit of everything, y'all. But, you know, y'all see this hat. Shout out to my homegirl for letting me wear her hat because I ain't had one. Thank you, Candace girl. But yeah, this is the hat. Yeah, because I don't really have many, but I love wearing them. I think they look so cute, you know. But anywho, back to what I'm saying. Let me get back on track. You know, sometimes I get a little lost in the sauce. You know. But yeah, so that's why I definitely want to do this episode, because I'm definitely in the process now. So as I'm talking to y'all, I'm gaining the same information. I'm learning, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm excited to see what this next chapter holds in my life. I feel like I am, you know, taking the steps and the measures to really grow and evolve and learn. And yeah, it's exciting. I love it. So, you know, not everybody is on that. And if you ain't on it, you ain't on it. Now, I ain't here to judge you. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody I know, I'm going to love you the same. Like, that's your choice. But at the end of the day, my choice is to grow and evolve. Yeah. And keep it moving. And a lot of these things ties in with, like, the, you know, other episodes that I talk about when I talk about your health, your mental, and all that, because something that I always bring up is protecting your peace. As you get older, your time, yes, time, woo, that's a major one, y'all. Yep, you heard it. Energy, ooh. Yes, and mental health become more valuable. Oh my gosh, y'all. If that ain't true, I don't know what is, because the older I get, I'm protecting my peace. I want peace. I don't want chaos. I don't want the bull. I don't want nobody pulling me out of my, you know what I'm saying? What's the word I'm looking for? Y'all know the word I'm looking for. Whenever, you know what I'm saying, somebody trying to get to you, and, you know, I can't think of it right now, but yeah, getting me out of character. There we go. I couldn't figure that out. Yeah. All right, don't do me. I'm tired. That's my excuse. Look, y'all see what time it is. Eastern Standard Time. I'm shooting late as crap. Y'all want to know the time? You want to know the time? You shout. Okay. Well, it is 11:39. It's almost midnight Eastern Standard Time. And I'm here shooting. Okay. Now, that ain't probably when I'm going to post it, but that's when I'm shooting this mug. So don't do me if I get a little brain fart sometimes. But anyway, I don't want to be around nobody that's bringing me out of character or making me, you know what I'm saying, go there. Because when I go there, baby, I go there. And I ain't trying to brag, and I ain't trying to act like no thug. I ain't trying to be none of that. I don't want to be that. But just know that she in there. She in there. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said something. Nah. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Y'all, I'm telling you, I crack myself up. No, but for real. So at the end of the day, I definitely try to protect my peace. You know, if it's, you know, I sometimes I have to remove myself and I have to reset, you know, because I'm figuring this out, and I'm trying. You know, life don't come with, you know, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? your experiences and what you go through help you become more wiser and, make better decisions. So protecting my peace is definitely one. My time is definitely valuable. The fuck? Very valuable. Energy. I don't want that negative energy. Keep that away from me. I want the positivity. Feed into my cup, pour into my cup, and I'm going to pour back into yours. Hey, we're going to be rotating out. Shit. We're going to be right there. I got you. Oh, yours getting low here. Get a little bit of mine. Mine's starting to get low. That's just how it go. I want that positive stuff. Invest in yourself, guys. You have to invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, who is? Who? If you're looking for somebody else to do it for you, you're delusional. And I'm going to get y'all to stare down on that one. Because ain't no way. You have to invest in yourself. That's a must. Okay? But it was something that needed to be said. Because if you have the tools, you can do better. And I'm just here to try to throw out some gems to y'all, some free game, whatever. Some people really are trying to figure it out and just kind of stuck and don't know where to start, don't know where to go. So I'm just here to try to drop some gems to help y'all out as I'm going through what I'm going through. I definitely, reading, what I'm saying? Now everything is online. So you can look up practically anything at this point. So if there's something that you need to know, if you're not sure where to start, you can look up how to get started on XYZ, whatever that you're trying to do. And I promise you, something will pull up, giving you some form of direction. So there are ways that you can get the help, the resources, but you have to do the work. Anything worth having is not going to just fall in your lap. You got to do the work. Like I said, it's damn near midnight. I'm tired. Long day, work, everything. Long day. But I'm here doing the work. Because for one, I enjoy this shit. I enjoy being on y'all screen. What? What, bitch? I enjoy it. I love being on y'all screen. You know what I'm saying? I love talking and interacting with y'all. I love this shit. So I don't care what time it is. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put in that work. You have to. I'm going to invest in myself. Yes. What? Because if I don't, who will? And I don't care if it's 5 of y'all that faithfully watch this shit or if it's 1,000 of y'all. Either way it go, you're going to get the same la-la. You're going to get the same la-la. Hey, once we locked in, ain't no switching up. Hey. You know what I'm talking about? So don't do me. I'm with it. I'm with the shits. So y'all, you definitely got to invest in yourself. You do. You do. And, 40s is not that old, baby. That is like it's like right there because you lived enough life to know, you know what I'm saying, to know better, to go through the experiences. So you right there where it's like, okay, it ain't time to be playing no more. Ain't time to be bullshit no more. It's time to get on your shit, stand on your shit and get it done. We in that era. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people that's getting it done. Yes. I don't know what that wine do to me, but it tastes so good. Yes. And then another thing is finding your purpose, not just the paycheck. Don't get me wrong. When you got responsibilities, you got responsibilities. And sometimes you have to do what you got to do. And that's being somewhere or having a job or something that you really don't like or want to be at. But it makes it hard to go to work because you dread getting up every day. You know, you ain't feeling it. You know, XYZ. So it's important to find your purpose in what you're trying to do. Like, you know, we don't just know like, oh my gosh, this is my purpose. You have to find it. You have to see what you are into, what intrigues you, where you can put your best foot forth, and then place yourself in those rooms and those environments. You know, you can go online and look up conferences or events about XYZ to find you gotta find your purpose, you know. And I know it's hard when you don't have a direction. But like I said, there's so many ways that you can get direction and help. So I go back to writing stuff down. Like I said, I started back journaling. I love it. It's a way to get it off and release it off of me, and put it down on paper. And that way I can go back and really read my thoughts and just try to get, you know, myself together. But at the end of the day, you have to find your purpose. My purpose is to entertain y'all, to educate, to make you feel good, to know that this is a safe space right here. Oh, it look a little scarce right here. Where my greenery at? Look how good over there. Don't do me. Don't do me. But anywho, this is a safe space. So we definitely want you guys to have a safe space, to open up. I don't have. Okay, I got some questions for you guys. I left it in the back yonder. So let me go run and get it real quick so we can finish this up and wrap this shit up, okay? I know that's right. Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't have my shit. I forgot to get that part done, so I'm gonna read off my damn phone because it is what it is. I started to keep the camera rolling so we could be in real time, but we ain't gonna waste nobody's time just to watch this beautiful logo in the background while I'm in the back grabbing some shit. So anywho, so some questions that I want to ask you guys, you know, to think about, to put in the comments, or, you know, like I said, if you don't feel comfortable really putting it in the comments and you just want to DM me, you know, on some real shit, serious inquiries only. Don't DM me on no bull crap, because I ain't on that. But excuse me. Well, I'm sorry if y'all heard that. But it is what it is. But anywho, what's one thing you've always wanted to do but kept putting off? Y'all want to know mine? I seriously want to get into acting, but I keep putting it off because there's a nervousness about me. Like, I feel like I can get into character all day. What you need, huh? You need a thug bitch, or you need a soft bitch, or you need a intelligent, smart chick, or what you need. Like, I can get into character. But I just feel like when it comes time for all these cameras, the microphones and stuff, be all this shit, and everybody in the room, it's kind of distracting, I feel like. So I feel like it'd be harder to get into character versus if I just had, you know, boom, boom, like one or two people or what. But I really don't know how it goes. I'm just kind of assuming that's how it is. So it just depends, but that is definitely one thing that I really want to do, but I keep putting it off. So I'm gonna jump for it sooner or later, y'all. I'm getting closer and closer to jumping for it, because it's like, why not? Like, I'm in my 40s, I ain't got time. We reinventing ourselves. Let's go. So I could be on your screen one way or another. This way, you know, acting, you know, modeling, all that. Cause yeah, I got some stuff coming up. We'll talk about that. But yeah, so I'm trying to get to it. Why not? Why not? Like I say, I wear many hats. For real, for real. All right. The next question is: are you living the life you chose, or the life you settled for? That's a good question. Are you living the life you chose or the life you settled for? I think it's a little bit of both. I created this environment. I created, of course, with the partner, my children. I created the life that, I wanted. Granted, can I be further along? Sure. Sure. Life be lifing. Things happen. Also, if you're new to my channel, I lost my oldest son to cancer at the age of 17. I was his, pretty much his caregiver 24/7, the last, time around when his cancer came back, and we did what we had to do. And I was there 24/7 for my baby, but, anywho, we're not going to make it a sad story. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I could be further along, but life throws setbacks at us. But overall, I chose this life, so I'm pretty blessed and happy. I'm not going to complain because God has definitely blessed me, and I'm cool. Are you cool or no? Because I'm cool. What fears are keeping you from taking your next step? Personally, mine is not failure, because I feel like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to put my best foot forth, and I'm not going to fail. Like, I'm going to be great at whatever I do. I'm going to attempt to be. You know what I'm saying? There's some areas and lanes that I'm not familiar with, so I will have to do my homework. I will have to practice. I will have to get better at it. But that will be the goal. That will be the homework. That will be what I do to take first foot forth effort to, be great. Because I don't see failure. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's going to win one way or another, baby. I'm going to win one way or another. So I definitely wouldn't say failure for me, but I think that is a reason for a lot of people, that they're scared to fail. They're scared to not do well, so I don't know. But fears for me is just, I don't know, because I'm attempting to take the next step. I ain't trying not to. I'm trying to take the next step. Yeah, I want to go. Leap. Let's go. So I don't know if I'm really in that state of mind, because yeah, I'm taking the next step. If you could start over today, what would you do differently? With the knowledge and information that I have now, I feel like if I had to start over, I would know how to do it, or go about doing it right, and making it more successful, because now I have the tools and the knowledge that I need to be great, and I just know that I have to apply it. So what I'll do differently is I'll just go all in for myself as an entrepreneur, and make it do what it do, because I was, working nothing but 9 to 5s, and, working for the next man and doing all that. But I would definitely have stepped into my entrepreneur era a little sooner, and really pushed the gas on my stuff and getting it right. I gotta pause one more time, y'all. My bad. I'm checking the battery, and it's finna go. I don't want to cut off. So give me a second. Okay, we back. Yeah, so it ain't gonna be too much longer. We're gonna wrap it up. But yeah, oh, y'all like being this white? I like my white. And them girls sitting up pretty good, y'all. Shout out to the good bros. And me losing weight. Y'all let me know in the comments. Let me know. Can y'all see the weight change from my previous beginning videos to now? All the way start from season 1 to season 2. Let's see. Clock it. Let me know, because I can feel it and I can see it too. But I want to know if y'all can. But the girls are sitting up nice tonight. But yeah, so those are questions that I put out there. I answer them. Y'all answer them. Let me know. Because, yeah, I'm on that. And I'm feeling that way, you know. So I want to know. I love reading y'all stuff. And let me know what's going on with you guys. And let's just keep engaging with each other and rocking out. Because we own that. So the advice that I would like to give is definitely, if you're trying to reinvent yourself after 40, do not be afraid to take the leap. By 40, ain't nobody embarrassed about nothing. Ain't nobody scared of failures. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm on that. So I think definitely just cut out your fears and go for it. Don't be afraid of failure, because we can do anything we put our mind to it. I truly believe that. Even if, like I said, it's not your lane, it's not your area, you do your homework, you do your studies, you get there, you get the knowledge, so you won't be oblivious to what's going on. You know what is going on, you know, so to make you a better person for the situation, whatever that may be. So that's the advice I give, you know. Yeah, and game time. So y'all, I did added more things in here, because I know the last time I was like, you know, I took some out, never added, and I didn't want to keep grabbing the same stuff. So I did add more. Let's see if I grab one of the new ones. Oops, or the old one. Must be meant for me to get this one. It came out. Let's see. I did this one before. Damn it, I wanted to do one of the new ones. But, you know, I said I'm going to go with the first one I picked. So, what's your go-to comfort food or snack? Reese cups. I love me some Reese cups. That is my go-to, baby. Yes. Put that chocolate and peanut butter melt in your mouth. So, what is your go-to comfort food or snack? Put it in the comments. Let me know. So, yeah. So I'm going to close it out. I filled the cup up, and like I told y'all, it will last me the whole episode. So, let's close out. Remember this. Before we go, remember this. Your age is not your limitation. Your mindset is. Yep, you heard it. Your age is not your limitation, baby. Your mindset is. I had to say that again. Oh my God, yes, the mindset. I should have spoke a little bit more about the mindset, but you know, it's all good. We're talking about it. We got into it a little bit. Every day you wake up is another opportunity to become who you're meant to be. Mercy. Mercy, God giving you mercy, and give yourself grace. Yes, woke us up. Thank you for tuning in to the Jump Off with Lala. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing, and keep making the jump, baby. And with that being said, our affirmations to you are: we love you, you're great, you're awesome, and you're beautiful.
You're so beautiful. Give the world a show. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Go up, down, up, down, up. Shake it fast. 'Cause your show look good to me.
Hey! All right, you guys, have a great evening. We love you. Thank you for tuning in on another season, another episode with the Jump Off with Lala.